Welcome back. We're pondering the characterization of our dog and the missed opportunities. Or sometimes the well-used opportunities. Anyways, down we go. I'm keeping an eye, or at least trying to, on the...
Jet calling Jimmy. Jet calling Jimmy.
What?
There isn't much time. I've just remembered. There should be a light beam in the Hall of Mirrors that opens the door to the gardens. You see, you have to move the mirrors so that...
Jet, I've just finished that.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know if I think of anything else. Fusion out.
Okay. I hope you also don't mind that I did some fun stuff like, No, I've already jumped into water before. I was about to say, I can jump into the water and see what happens. I've already jumped into water before and I know what happens. But I do also have time to, like, do sumo matches and wrestling and whatnot. Okay, I feared the Ultralords would not be that big. Bye. I feel like Goddard could have a lot of fun with those. Darn it. It's kind of hard sometimes to tell if you're actually hitting something or not because of how your range is limited. And your range on the light is pretty good. Kind of. This thing's a lot shorter though. Beautiful. It's interesting. Do I eventually leave my little coiling animation? Yeah, I do. What happens if I hold the jump button? Oops. I'm just really amused by this whole coiling in midair thing, because you don't see games do that often. No, you only do it for so long. Huh. It's once you reach a certain state of falling, you actually cannot coil anymore, even if you press the button again. Anyways, so what happens to my battery when I fill this thing up? Right now it's almost full. I want to see what happens.
Those gloves could be useful, Goddard. There has to be some way into this building.
Jimmy, you have no sense of a personal property. I want that battery so I can see what it does to my battery level. Battery level is still non-zero, or rather not, well yes, that too, but still has not gone down. Capture. Don't think I can get on top from here. I don't think there's a ladder, no, up here I can use to get higher there. I'll have to figure that out some other time. All these trees and whatnot that are obscuring the things I want to see. I guess for the moment we'll just worry about this one little building and then figure things out from there. Because it looks like this is one little place to pick some things up and then we can move on. Is there some utility that I'm not aware of when it comes to making Goddard explode? Because I don't see much temptation to use it. There's the shield, of course, which I should probably use now that I think about it more often when I'm... cannot stand on that. When I'm going against those... ozone eatery. Oh cool, you broke into someone's... potentially living space.
Maybe I can use this for something.
To take their things. Aren't you just taking some other gardener's gloves? So there's that. Oh, these guys are so small, I don't even see them. Oh, is this a little Zen garden? for better or worse, I can't mess it up. Okay, see, that's an interesting thing to imagine. A bunch of tiny little Ultra Lords making a Zen garden. This game creates some interesting mental pictures. Yeah, another one over here. Is there a point to this? Maybe I can... Well, some way or another this connects, I think, to that next island later. Cool. Well, we'll figure that out later, because... Jeez! Oh, whoops. Wrong way. Thought I was further back. Alright, now my, now the collectibles are respawned. It messes up my minimap, because I don't know what things I have and haven't gotten now. That's the biggest reason to not die in this game. Honestly, I don't think it's the best life meter, the 3 particles in a cloud, because you can't really conveniently see at a glance how many, at least in your peripheral vision, it's hard to see how much life you have left at any given moment. Yeah, I want to pick this up, honestly, because I want to think that I missed anything from the minimap. Now then, oh man, these checkpoints are right next to each other. These are just kind of left in plain sight. Oh, can I actually just shield these things and have them get off me that way? They kind of aren't hit because of how small they are. Oh, I should use my other attack though if I can. I should also see if they're toys. I imagine they're metal or something that I can... Okay, what's the point of this? I can use the magnet on? I should try the other weapon on them too, though. Man, you guys are fast. So I can stun them with the alt fire on this thing at least. Alt fire on the other of the light gun does not do anything different there. It's one way to use my battery at least. Whenever I'm rushing one of those things I can just shield up for a second so I don't get hit. Not that I've had much problem with it dying anyways. It is a little dark here. What is going on there? Also can't look up. I want to see what this thing is. There's stuff in there. Floating in a way that indicates I can pick it up. In fact, I think it shows up on my minimap, yeah. I'll want that somehow. This is a cool looking place, though, to be perfectly honest. I like this environment. I like the connection. Okay. Those things never help me. No, this one... Oh, fire, this one does nothing. Against those enemies, huh. You just have to try out different combinations, I guess, of enemies and weapons. But it's a little maze-like, which can be a little annoying, but... Like I've said before, in the city, it feels very organic, which is cool. But also aesthetically, it's just nice. I never see these things. Can I hit them with this? No. That does nothing. Yeah, it looks like that manages to defeat the enemies as well. And maybe if I can manage to get the little spread attack to the little ball of magnetness to actually be where the enemies are, the cluster of enemies, I could get rid of lots of them at once. I'm not sure how to use that effectively. But it does hurt them at least. Okay then. I will say the minimap does help alleviate issues with not knowing where you have and haven't been and things like that. And being kind of overwhelmed by the problem of having to explore all these branching paths. And the minimap doesn't really help you figure out where you can and can't go most of the time, but you can at least see if there's anything important in any given location. Now then. And also, this place just looks cool, to be perfectly honest. I like how it's laid out in a way that makes sense, like even in universe. Oh, whoops. Forgot to use the shield that time. Ah, now I have a bunch of icons respawning on my mini-map. Oh. Why does the arrow even say to go that way? Oh, no, there was something out there. I just didn't go that way last time. Yeah, I should probably start looking up here. Don't tell me where to go, arrow. Yeah, this game's slightly unconventional approach to level layouts also means it can produce very aesthetically pleasing layouts too. Layouts that actually make sense in the world. Because usually video game levels, they're laid out in a way that doesn't really make sense in universe at all. Here though, like, we actually do have a square that we're navigating. A fairly believable layout for this area. And the town... the town... that ninja did a good job of blending in. The town layout also made a lot of sense, for instance. Generally. At least felt like a town. And without me thinking about it too hard, it made sense, I think. I see you. These guys are good. Oh, whoops. No, that's not the right button for the shield. You can't touch me. Well, life is nice, but rather than not dying, I'd like to... Or rather than being able to die more, I'd prefer just not die. But yes, anyways, my point being that the level design manages to make areas that actually look relatively believable compared to lots of other games, while still having a fairly sensible linear progression. Maybe we've been here. Have we? Yeah. Did I lose battery when I died? Apparently not. I prefer them to say you can't hold any more battery than the charge being depleted, because then otherwise if I don't use my battery and I come across one of those, it just says this charger never had any battery in it. I'm not sure why I would want to stun an enemy though with a magnet, to be perfectly honest. There's a checkpoint at least. Is there anything else I want to do down here? Because I see some things I would imagine I would want to pick up. See, those are interesting to me, for instance. I don't know if there's going to be an ability I get later that lets me cross longer distances or something. What are you talking about? Why do these never have battery? I have a need for battery. What?
Look, boy!
Oh, not flirt.
That machine is making Ultra Lords by the dozen. It must have a massive power source. But how can I get it? I'll need pure firepower to get past that magnetic shielding.
Whatever you say. I just want the soda. Although we do have to end off the episode sometime soon as well. Ooh. Why can't you play yourself up over things more often, Jimmy? Okay, I am getting a little bit lost, admittedly. Oops. Oh, this is the thing that Jimmy saw earlier. That alt fire is really, really slow in its fire rate. There's gonna be a problem. This is causing some issues. Yeah, I don't know if I see a way to... Yeah, as is, I don't know if I have a way to destroy that thing. I might have to figure something out later. Or create something new or something like that. That's fine. Okay, apparently if you shoot with one weapon and then switch to another... Oh, I couldn't shoot for some reason. I can now. But anyways, I should cut off the episode. There we go. This seems like a cool place to end the episode, so I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.